There's an old saying that goes, empty vessels make the most noise. But the person who sits back, observes everything, and says almost nothing, that's the one you should never underestimate. If you're the quietest person in the room, you already know how this works. People dismiss you. They think your silence means weakness. They assume you're shy, nervous, or that you simply have nothing important to contribute. They talk around you like you're not even there. But here's what they don't realize. While they're busy performing, you're doing something far more powerful. You're learning their patterns. You're studying their weaknesses. And psychology backs this up. The quietest person in the room is often the most dangerous. While everyone else is fighting for attention, you're collecting intelligence. Here's why psychology says you should fear, or at the very least, deeply respect the silent ones. Let's start with something called observational dominance. Loud people are easy to read. When someone never stops talking, they're giving away everything. Their fears, their desires, their pressure points. Every word is a breadcrumb leading straight to their core. But you're invisible. By choosing silence, you create what psychologists call an information advantage. You see everything, but you reveal nothing. People hate what they can't figure out. When they can't decode you, their minds start racing. They begin to wonder what you're thinking, what you know, what you're capable of. Your silence becomes a mirror that reflects their own insecurities. You're not quiet because you're weak. You're quiet because you're calculating. You're 3 moves ahead, while they're still trying to win the moment. But gathering intel is just the beginning. The real power of the quiet person isn't what they know. It's what they do with it. This brings us to the second trait, strategic restraint. In psychology, there's a critical distinction between being reactive and being responsive. Reactive people are controlled by their emotions. Poke them and they lash out. Provoke them and they crumble. They're puppets on strings. The quiet person, however, has mastered emotional regulation. You can feel everything: anger, frustration, excitement, and still, your expression stays neutral. This is called high emotional intelligence combined with impulse control. You don't react. You choose your moments. This makes you unpredictable. Manipulators can't bait you. Drama seekers can't pull you in. And when you finally decide to speak, everyone listens. Why? Because of psychological scarcity. The less you speak, the more weight your words carry. When the quiet person talks, it's like a judge delivering a verdict. The room goes still because they know you don't waste words on garbage. Now, observation and restraint make you powerful. But there's one more trait that makes the quiet person truly intimidating. It's something most people will never possess: self-containment. Most people are loud because they're starving for validation. They need applause. They need to be seen, heard, and affirmed constantly. Without it, they feel invisible. The quiet person needs none of that. If you're comfortable in your own silence, it signals something primal. It signals that you don't depend on anyone else for your sense of worth. In evolutionary psychology, the alpha isn't the one making noise. It's the one who remains calm when everyone else is panicking. People fear you because they sense you're complete without them. You can't be manipulated through social pressure. You can't be starved into performing. You're a locked vault, while they're out there begging to be opened. So let's flip the script. Society tries to convince quiet people that something is wrong with them, that you need to speak up more, be more expressive, put yourself out there. Ignore that noise. Your silence isn't a flaw. It's a weapon. It filters out the weak and earns the respect of the strong. You don't need to shout to be heard. A wolf doesn't need to howl to remind the forest who runs it. It just needs to show up. So the next time someone asks, "Why don't you talk more?" just smile. Let them sit with the question. You already know what you're doing. You're not hiding. You're watching. You're waiting. And when the time is right, you'll move. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on notifications. This is where the thinkers gather.